What's good, everyone? This is Artists of Truth coming to you with another vlog entry. And what I am going to talk about today is Oprah Winfrey and her denouncing of Michael Jackson. Now, Michael Jackson had his first ever interview with Oprah Winfrey many years ago. And what has brought me to doing a vlog entry on the discussion of, they came out with this documentary, Escaping Neverland. Okay. I haven't watched it. I don't find that remotely entertaining for anyone to come out with a documentary on an individual that is not here in the present to protect himself. I found it quite disturbing and embarrassing, but it doesn't surprise me that you have some sellouts. You have some coons. You have men and women that are willing to sell their asses, sell their souls for celebrity fame. But in this case, I was sickened. I was very upset to learn that Oprah Winfrey would even denounce Michael Jackson, all because she did this this bogus, botched documentary about these males coming out saying that they were sexually molested by Michael Jackson. Honestly, I strongly believe that was just a bunch of bull. When a person's career is on the line and they don't want to walk around with this tarnish, this blemish or these accusations being held over their heads, you can't help but to ask, well, what is a person to do? It seems like when money is being paid out to these alleged victims, then at that point in time, they are quiet. Their families are quiet. And it seems like everyone is complacent with whatever is going on. That's if what is being brought forth is true. So keep in mind, I haven't watched the documentary. I'm so disgusted that I really don't know if I should even pour any of my energy into watching that, because personally I feel that Oprah Oprah is a sellout. Oprah is not for black people at all. When she made that announcement about denouncing Michael Jackson, and then I couldn't help but to sit back in my chair and wonder, it's like, well, this investigation with Harvey Weinstein has been transpiring for some time. And of course, I have yet to hear Oprah Winfrey say that she was denouncing Harvey Weinstein. Now, keep that in mind when we are talking about when these accusations of sexual misconduct, the Me Too movement, I'm noticing a similar pattern right here. Um, Oprah has yet to say that I am denouncing Harvey Weinstein. Then furthermore, there has been a pedophile ring that was exposed, if I'm not mistaken, in South America by a gentleman that goes by a creep that goes by the name of John the God. Okay, if you happen to Google it, you will see photos of John the God along with Oprah Winfrey. That is Oprah's spiritual healer, right? Okay. I have yet to hear Oprah denounce John the God. You don't hear any of this. You don't hear any denouncing of Harvey Weinstein. And that should be a clear, concise message that what Oprah is about, it is not about protecting men, women, and children. It is nothing more than, okay, whose reputation, whose career can we tarnish, and who can we talk about on her show so that Oprah can continue to reap the benefits off of false information. Okay. Now let's keep that in mind. There has been so many uh so many incidents that has transpired within the past 5 to 10 years, and Oprah, she is nowhere remotely forthcoming. you know I've heard so many excuses. My thing is, you make time for things that you want to make time for. If it doesn't pertain to you, if it doesn't, if you're not a part of it, then it's like it's nothing to talk about. And melanated people, we should denounce Oprah. Me personally, I've denounced Oprah over 10 years ago. I've denounced Steve Harvey years ago, you know, but just take into account and look at what Oprah is being a part of, who she is associated with. Now, we are looking at John the God and his alleged pedophile ring, okay? And we are also looking at the simple fact that she has yet to denounce Harvey Weinstein. Now, what Harvey Weinstein has done, and it just appears that his whole case is somewhat being swept under the rug. But, you have the Me Too movement, which, of course, they've been very, very silent about convicting Harvey Weinstein and holding him accountable to these stories, these allegations, and even when it comes down to Bill Cosby, a lot of people just threw Bill Cosby to the wolves. But now you have a sister who's coming forward who worked with um, Constad and her lying ass. And if you haven't checked into it, I strongly recommend you all looking into it. But there is someone who's now came forward saying that basically Mr. Cosby was being framed for the simple fact that he wanted to purchase a network, which of course I already knew that. It wasn't new. But this woman in particular, she actually heard the conversation for herself from Constance's mouth. Now, as you already know, Constance, she's trying to backtrack, she's trying to back out of it, saying, no, I don't have any recollection of ever making that statement. But of course, it's easy to frame a black man for a crime that there's no evidence that's proving that, hey, this is what happened. There's no evidence. And now we are trying to tarnish the image of one of the greatest artists out there who gave so much and received so little respect. So in closing, I strongly encourage you all to look at people for who they really are. And Oprah is no exception. Oprah is showing people, especially melanated people, exactly who she is. So, if anything, I strongly suggest that we denounce Oprah. If you haven't, let it start today. Denouncing Oprah, because she serves no purpose in the melanated community, but she's willing to denounce a man that is not even here in the present form to defend himself. But you stand and support John the God, who has been arrested on a pedophile ring charges. And then you have Harvey Weinstein, who is messing around with men, women, as well as, children in the pedophile world of Holly Weird. That's wild. But, check into that. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you feel. And, because this is sad. This is disgusting. We should, as parents, we should want to protect our children. And honestly, I feel that if a man or a woman has revealed themselves to a younger child, they should be locked away. Period. R. Kelly isn't the only person that needs help and should be held accountable for his actions. We have some people out here that should be held accountable to their actions, but they're not. And that makes you question the integrity of people that we are watching, that we are associating ourselves with. Until Oprah publicly opens her mouth and says that I'm denouncing John the God and I'm denouncing Harvey Weinstein, Oprah Winfrey is and will be linked to multiple pedophile rings. Some people may feel that I'm trying to tarnish her image. It's like, no, I'm not tarnishing anyone's image. I'm just speaking the facts. And the fact is, if you can denounce one man in alleged sexual pedophile behaviors, if you can denounce one man, then you should denounce all of the men. You know, don't just suddenly get quiet when your faith healer, John God, is arrested in a pedophile ring and you sit back and you shut your mouth. If you shut your mouth, they say silence is the admission of guilt. Oprah Winfrey has yet to say anything about that. Harvey Weinstein, silence is the admission of guilt. Oprah Winfrey has yet to even address that issue. So all I'm saying is look at the people for who they are. And then you judge them. They deserve it. Not only should you stop putting your time and your energy into entertaining their networks, their talk shows, anything that is linked with Oprah, you should do away with. Believe me, you'll be happy that you did. Truth always reveals itself. So you have a great evening.